Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this live Teams event and our termly parent forum. We're really pleased that you're attending this evening, and we hope that you will find it helpful. So, as we've done before, we have a presentation, one area of the school that we really want to tell you about so that you know what's going on. So in a minute, I'm going to hand over to Miss Cooper, who is going to talk to you about how we develop character, because as you know, we obviously think that academic success is really important, and we do a lot of work to make sure students do make great progress here, but we also absolutely believe that the development of character and all of those extracurricular activities are also very, very important, and Miss Cooper leads on that. As always, I'm sure you'll have some questions, and that your questions might be about character development, or they may be just more general questions. And this is a forum for you to be able to ask anything that you want to ask. So as she's talking, please feel free just to leave your questions in the question and answer section, and we will answer all of them. We do find that there is a bit of a delay in receiving those questions when we do live Teams, so that's why we do encourage people to perhaps type as we're talking, so that we don't end up closing the call and then find some questions coming through at the end. So I'm going to hand over to Miss Cooper.
Thank you, Miss Cassidy. Really lovely to meet everyone this evening. So I'm Miss Cooper. I've been at the school for quite a number of years now. Some of you may have met me before at Parents' Evenings. I teach drama, but I'm also the head of the creative and performing arts at the school, and head of the, very importantly, our character in education plan. I'm going to talk you through the PowerPoint that I've arranged for this evening, and as Miss Cassidy said, I'm really welcoming any questions, any thoughts that you have. We're always really open to kind of developing what we have, which I think is a brilliant programme, even further. So I thought I'd just refresh our memories, or it may be that you're not aware of the United Learning vision for character in education. And of course, while academic success is hugely important, it's also about the development of our young people with us over the 5 to 7 years that they are with us, looking at developing character, compassion, and their service. I'm just going to run through this evening the ways in which we do that. And as I say, I'm really keen for your questions and your thoughts and suggestions, and I'll be kind of poking you at the end with some ideas on what I would love, in terms of your involvement and next steps for you guys. We do, and we're looking at the end of this here, want young people to look back on joyful schooling, which is inspired and really kind of challenge them beyond kind of their comfort and their safety sort of barriers. So our programme at Sedgehill Academy for Character, we've got a really diverse range of lunch and after school clubs and discussion groups, some of which are student led, which is really fantastic. Trips that we build on and enhance our curriculum to inspire students. And looking recently, I did a bit of a tally of all those trips, and to look at the ones that have gone on since September was honestly just fantastic. We've got such a brilliant staff team who give such a diverse range of opportunities. They run our lunch and after school clubs, as well as some of the students, and they run our trips and think about what really does build that student's knowledge and understanding and real enjoyment and engagement of those subjects even further. We've got a really fantastic student council, giving our students a voice and getting them to understand the importance of democracy and of leadership within their communities, of their year groups, that they go around. We'll give them an agenda. I will send them an agenda beforehand. Those students are chosen from the head of year, but also they are nominated by their peers. So we've got a really diverse range of student ambassadors. They look at the agenda, they ask their fellow students, what do you think, what do you think of this? What could be better? What do we really like? What do we want more of? And we kind of take on little projects of real improvement. Miss Cassidy and the SLT team are absolutely brilliant at looking at what the students say and actioning it within the month before we meet again. And we regularly in assemblies talk about what we've done in reaction. It's quite a powerful thing that students see what their ideas are and how actually the leadership group are actioning those. We've then got the Duke of Edinburgh programme, which is superb, led by Miss Luck and Mr. Me. So some of you may have students that are children that are on this. And you've had the correspondence. They're going for what is it, their practice expedition this weekend. There's some fear, really healthy fear. There's real enjoyment, excitement about it, and camping. So and it's about that resilience. And I think we've had students that sometimes sign up to it and we're like, yes, we do a big sort of push and promotion at the beginning of the year. But then also I think sometimes it gets partway through and they kind of can give up on themselves quite easily. It's our job, and really kind of, you know, parents and families at home to go, no, look, you know, I know that you haven't camped before. I know it's a bit of the world of the unknown, but you can do this. It's really important for the Duke of Edinburgh that we kind of give them that cushion of support. Brilliant student leadership program. We've got prefects, we've got mentors, which is quite a new thing this year. We've had mentor training for our young people to be mentors and ambassadors for their peer groups. We've also got Culture Capital Week in July, which gives a really brilliant range of opportunities. I'm going to show you some pictures of last year's Culture Capital. I'll tell you what, for conditions where we didn't actually, we weren't able to get out, we really did create such a range of brilliant opportunities for them in that week. We've got school events, productions, concerts. We had Macbeth back in December, which we're really proud to be able to put on. I think some schools did have to cancel for various reasons, and we really pushed through and we created what I think was a brilliant return to the Sedgehill fantastic productions that we put on. And again, with that, it's not just the final performance, it's getting students really their pride in rehearsing together, often with year groups, you know, other outside of their own year group. It's a brilliant kind of tribe that we create within the production and the concerts and the events that we run. We've got charity raising. We've done some brilliant charity raising this year, particularly for Young Minds Mental Health Charity, which the students actually sourced. Through the student council, they chose that charity. They thought, actually, how do we want to raise this money? We raised some amazing amounts of money, and we will continue this year. And finally, careers, a really fantastic careers plan and opportunities. Now, our young year 10s, we're going to their work experience later on this year. A few pictures here from Cultural Capital Day last year. We've got some African drumming. We've got debating happening top right there. We've got an enterprise workshop looking at business and the world of business and finances and marketing, bottom right. Then bottom left, you can see them kind of showing their ideas, almost like a Dragon's Den style, to the rather intimidating dragons of the staff member who were listening to them that day. And another trip there in the centre, you can see for Beckenham Place Park. We really are going to maximise on being able to get out and about this July for our Culture Capital Week. We've got Science Week there, a little bit gruesome, sorry if you're having dinner, but some really, I mean, honestly, to watch our students engage with science, and we do have a brilliant science curriculum and facilities here, but it goes that extra step. We have Science Week, which you can see there with all the gore. Macbeth, which we're really proud of back in December, as I said. We've got Young Vic Theatre workshops that happened last year. Do you know, actually, I'm just fresh out of Frantic Assembly Theatre Group doing a workshop today. So we really look at opportunities to get outside professionals in to meet our students. We are so proud. I'm so proud of this picture to show it to you. These are our year 10 prefects this year who went through quite a rigorous set of interviews and application process, which is so brilliant vocationally, all of the year 10s. So if you are a year 7, 8 or 9 parent, once they come to the beginning of year 10 in September, they're given a form, which is double-sided sheet, like a work application form. And it's getting them really looking at how you sell yourself. What can you say about yourself? Some of our students really struggle with that. And again, that's a really important part of our character programme, not just to assign prefects, but for all of those year 10s to go through the process of how they sell themselves and what they can do, and really reflecting on actually what is it that I've got to offer in terms of leadership and responsibility. And our 4 important values: excellence, hard work, integrity and kindness. And it is lovely to see those forms and kind of things that maybe sometimes you didn't know about our students. I've taken away the names here, so it would normally be all the names of our year 10 and 12 student mentors and the mentees, but I left here the range of year groups, so you can see actually quite a few of our year 7s, some year 8s and some year 9s there who have been selected to be mentees of the student mentors. That programme has been brilliant. We're halfway through it now, and I asked the mentees to do some feedback for and all of them I said, would you recommend it for someone next year? How has it been? Because it's our trial year this year. They were completely 100% really positive about the experience, which really kind of validated what we're doing here and the ideas that we and our students are coming up with and how we're implementing those. We've got our student council here, and again you've got a beautiful range from year 7 all the way up to year 13, and some really healthy debates and ideas of how to make our school even better. We've then got our clubs, and you can see, and you've probably seen this on the website, all of those wonderful clubs there. In future, if you have already got onto the Arbor app, we are looking to use the Arbor app as another way of you being able to see what clubs there are and whether your child is involved in some of them. But obviously you'll know that from your conversations with them. But I mean, I'll go back to this for a second. If you look at the range of really fantastic clubs that we have there, is your child participating? Is there something there? And I'll come later on to a conversation around what we want from you and what you could do to really kind of help us develop this even further. Maybe there's something there that you think, actually, do you know what? I think there's something missing there. I think I'd like this for my child. I am all ears to that tonight, and certainly in the future on email if you have any ideas. So what can you do to help develop our character programme? Well, do you or anyone you know have any skills that might be brilliant to share as part of an after school club? We're always looking for opportunities for our students. It might just be a one-off, so don't feel that you're signing your life away from September to July, that every Thursday after school you're having to be with us. It might literally be a one-off, that you're looking at pottery or boxing or Japanese. I was trying to think of some eclectic, interesting things, but that you will have a whole range of things that maybe you can offer us, or that people who could come in and do that for us. Promoting, would love you to continue to promote the opportunities we have to your child. Students there's a fear sometimes around them really wanting to take part, and it's the unknown, I'm not going to be any good at that. And it's for us to really kind of push them into, well, actually no, the expectation is that you attend one club. Obviously there's the year 7 prep programme, which will be continuing with all of our future cohorts next year, and within that it is at least once a week you should be going to a club. What club are you going to go to? Is it lunchtime? Is it after school? Maybe it's more than that. And it's really, as as a parent, looking at the vast benefits and you speaking from your experience of what you remember from school. And actually I did this, I spoke to the staff. I said, what is it, at the beginning of the year we reflected, what do you remember from school? And a lot of the time it is those trips, those clubs, things that might be a show that they got involved in the first time they were on stage. And it's for us to kind of allow that and build that into our school programme. And as I said, I think we've got a really lovely range of opportunities for them. And it's finding a talent in something different they didn't know they could do. If you look at a lot of fantastic athletes or creatives, it's through those one-off opportunities in school. They were like, oh my goodness, didn't know that I could even do that. Next, please, as we sit here, put in the 30th of June. It's a Thursday. It will start at around 5 p.m, 5:30 p.m, something like that. Which will start in the atrium. You'll see some cookery that's going on, some fashion show or trashion show with some of our recycled, environmentally friendly designs that have gone on. The wonderful range of art in all its forms that Miss Hedges and her team, cultivate with our students. And then a music show, dance, drama, all part of the show afterwards in the theatre space. Finally, ask your child about the clubs, council, leadership opportunities, trips, anything of this that they are involved in, and get them to reflect on their participation. It might be they're not doing, well, why? Why haven't they kind of taken part? And as I say, sometimes it will be, oh, my friends aren't doing it or whatever. And that's a reason to do it. It's for them to really meet new people and get involved in the activities of the school, not just in the sort of day-to-day lessons. It is, and I really feel passionate about this, the power that you have as a parent, making character and education a continued part of the conversation, not just have they done their homework, are they engaged, what have you done at school today? It's also part of that extracurricular. What are you doing? What are you looking forward to? So I'm going to come away from the PowerPoint, and I really look forward to any thoughts that you have, any questions. So yeah, if there is anything.
Thank you, Ms. Cooper. That was really lovely to sit and listen. I hope people enjoyed that. I'm sure they did. We don't have if I'm looking at this correctly, any questions in the chat. Miss Nelson, are you in agreement? Can you see anything that I can't see?
Nothing's been posted in the chat, so I guess that means no.
So if anybody does have any questions for Miss Cooper or any questions in general that you want to ask this evening, we'll just wait 30 seconds just to see if anything comes in. We don't seem to have any questions, which is absolutely fine. We just really hope that, you know, you do find it useful, and actually having feedback on this forum and how it works would also be useful for us. So please do drop us a line. You can contact us really easily via email. But just to say, really, finally, thank you then again for joining us this evening. And we hope to see you at the next one, which we will, of course, write to you with a date on shortly. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely evening and goodbye.